What's going on, everyone? Hello and welcome. Oh, we got a resub right away. BCar94 dropping that 81 month resub. That is my fiance, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca, for the resub. Appreciate you. Gets love of the chat for Rebecca. What's up, everyone? Hello, welcome. I'm just going to open up my chats on the side here. Make sure I can read everything everyone has to say. But yeah, suited in for a very big day. I mean, first of all, let's start, like, what a crazy moment in history over the last 24 hours with an assassination attempt at the president. Absolutely insane. I have been thinking about it a lot and just tense times in the world. So I don't know if anyone is watching the stream in the future, that is the placeholder for where we are in history, our present. So yeah, that was crazy to see. Today we got a very important soccer football match, Euros final, England, Spain. A big day for both countries, but I think a bigger day for England, right? Like, England takes football as such a huge part of its identity, whereas Spain is a little bit more well-rounded. So I'm nervous, you know. Obviously rooting for England, have been the whole tournament. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a very good sports fan when when the stakes get really high, in that I struggle to deal with it, honestly. I worry about the pain that is going to come to some of the participants. So I'm a little nervous for today's match, but we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Definitely going to be watching it on the side. Obviously can't stream it, but, you know. Yeah, pop out the Facebook chat. There we go. So yeah, that's what's up. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I hope we're going to have a great day here. We're going to be playing a bunch of the Grand Prix, which is a brand new series of Party Poker going on this summer. Just started up on Thursday, I believe so. In action, 55 main event, 150,000 guarantee. We're going to be hopping in there. Plus all the supers, of course, the 215, 215 Big Sunday, Super 320, 109 Sunday Party, all of that. So, yeah, that's the plan. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We've got some more chat here. Scrappy and Girl Power on YouTube, what's up? Sakachi says England, bro. There it is. Pick and McButt and PSR dropping a resub. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the team. Pick and McButt, thanks so much, man. Let's go get those bags today. 39-month resub. Gets love of the chat. And PSR, what's up, Buttercup? 76 months dropping in. Happy to be alive, healthy, having a good time, PSR, man. It's a good to see you, bro. Thanks for the resub, man. Thank you. King 3 off as well. England is coming home. Much love, brother. Hope you're well. Hope to see you cheering. Yes, sir. I'll be watching on the side. Racy JC as well. Come on, England. There it is. All right, so let's get some tourneys started here. First up, Big Sunday. 215. Starting with 1 million chips. Blinds are 12.5, 25, so 40 blinds. Just plenty, honestly. As deuce 6 is going to be a fold. And next up on table 5, we have the Super 320. Beautiful stuff on table 5. 50,000 chips. We're getting it a little late on this this bounty tournament. Like, ideally you get in a little early, but I just kind of slept in and woke up late today. Hence starting a bit late. King 10 off on the edge, but I think being a shorter stack than most of the players, we want to fold here. And next up, we have another knockout on table 6, the Super 215. Going in here. $215 buy-in. It's a knockout. Much earlier in the tournament, as you can see, based on the other stacks, which is good. And then across the top, on tables 1, 2, and 3, we have 3 $55 buy-ins. We're going to fold King Deuce multi-way, which we will get slotted into place. go. Grand Prix Summer Super 55. And King Jack, I'm going to fold King Jack offsuit. I think it's good. The right decision. Hey, sub hype coming in on Twitch. Your boy Kibby NYC. What's up, Kibby? How are you, man? Thanks for the resub. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's get it done out there. Thank you, Kibby. Appreciate you very much, man. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for your support, as always. And welcome back to the team. It's 11 to chat. Now, let's raise King 4 here. We cover our opponent. King 4 is not great, but I don't want to limp call or raise. And I don't mind inflating the pot against a potential bounty. Flop is King, King 6. It's going to be tough to get all the money in here. I'm going to start with half pot, though. Beastie Killer 26 dropping the 39-month resub. What's up, Beastie Killer? Thank you for the resub. Damn, what a start to the day. Thank you all so much. Welcome back to the team, Beastie Killer. 39 months. Back at a call. Bet the turn. Which is fine with me. Whoa, crazy. Lacey Lots dropping the 3-month resub. What's up, yo? Lacey Lots, thank you very much. Or Lacey Lots. I don't know what it is, actually. I don't even think I can overbet here. I think we just value bet. Dang. Thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate you. Welcome back to the team. Gives love of the chat. Thanks for the stab heart. Very kind of you. So, we have 55 Masters and 55 Grand Prix Summer. This is a 2-day tournament. We're on 6 tables. We're caught up. Had a sound on the intro, but that's okay. I have it memorized. Yeah, so I turned off the sound because it might be copyright on like Facebook or YouTube. I know on Twitch it's okay, but I'm not sure on those platforms, which is why I went muted on the intro. But and Core is good is really tanking here. Looking fresh today. Got the new cap, strip, summer shirt. Yeah, man. Got a new dime hat today. Kind of cool, I think. I like it. Dime is like a streetwear brand in Montreal. It's pretty cool. If you guys are ever in town or you want to do some shopping online, it's a cool, cool brand. I like it. Sakachi says England. There you go. So far it's 2-2. So on my Facebook, you can pin a comment. And I pinned England like Spain heart. So far it's a 2-2 draw on the votes, which is interesting, I think. Let's see how it happens. We're going to fold 8-6 here for half pot. It's actually not a great hand. You have bottom pair and they're choosing a bigger sizing there. What's up, Cat OG Studio? Hi there. Happy Sunday. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's up? I like the idea of starting stream with news, puts the stream in a timeline. Yeah, for sure. I think it's like nice to have context of when things are happening. And then also, you know, like we're going to be playing poker for 6-7 hours today. Talking about just poker hands for 6-7 hours is definitely too much. I'm a human being as are all of you. So it's nice to kind of have a conversation like you would with your friends, you know, like talk about other things that are going on as well as the poker. So I definitely like to do that. This is a kind of awkward here with King 7 against 3.5x because it's like in the middle, right? I don't mind like limp folding King 3 offsuit or never limp folding King 9 offsuit. King 7, King 6, King 5, King 8 is where it's like in the middle. I'm just going to fold. I would guess that if we were playing against a computer, that's probably a mistake against a computer, right? I'm a little bit like, I'm not sure what I want to do with this hand against the 3.5x. So I'm just going to adjust based on what I think the average human is doing, which is the average human is not raising enough bluffs out of the big blind, as many as they should. You know, if it's a computer, I think I would lean towards call. If it's a human being, I'll lean towards fold. And that's like the decision there to me. Living in Switzerland, I have to go for Spain over England since they knocked Switzerland out. I get it. I understand. Listen, no hard feelings. No hard feelings. Hi, Jamie. Is this okay if I ask you for a ticket to the 109 Sunday party? I don't have any tickets to give away, man. Sorry. I'm broke. I need a ray of hope. I'm sorry, man. I can't. It's just not something within my power. Sorry, brother. Good luck. We definitely need more people like you in the world. Thanks, man. That's very kind. That's a nice thing to say. So we're going to c-bet here. Thanks, king. Seven of the turn. This is a pretty bad card for our range of hands. They have all sorts of straights and two pairs we don't have. We're not going to be able to bet three streets for value. We're in a 215 buy-in as well, so it's not like a really fishy tournament where we expect them to just call down with every 9 and 6. So I think we have to check the turn, sadly. The plan is to just call the river, right? Like, they bet the river, we call, and it's fine. Big bet, but yeah, we just call. And they have aces. Wow. We could have lost all our chips there, but we did not. Open king 7. They jam for 40 blinds here, basically. We fold. It's a fine strategy sometimes to actually jam for 40 blinds there, for what it's worth, with a few hands, but king 7 is not one we can call off with. We have a couple Spains out there. Dennis is going for Spain. Mongolia, what's up? Shout out to Mongolia. Good to see you. Wow, Queen 9, look at that. We're just running into the nuts, but thankfully it hasn't cost us too much yet. Hello, my brother from Greece. What's up, Max? How are you, man? Welcome. No WCP for you this year? Nah. I haven't gone to the WCP in maybe 6 years or so. I'm just not that drawn to it, dude. Taxes are high for Canadians. I think the games are whatever, but the tax thing makes most tournaments, I think, unprofitable. Most bracelet tournaments. Anyways. And I've been to Vegas a lot, and, you know, I like it, but it's not... Like, there's a lot of places in the world like I'd like to go and check out, and I also think that poker is the same everywhere, you know? If there was not a tax situation, it would be different, right? But essentially, it's like, okay, this is going to cost you money to go and hunt a bracelet. It's important in our game, but that is sort of also counter to what it is our game is about, which is trying to make some money. So, I don't know. Either way, like, I'm enjoying summer here. It feels like my first like proper summer in Montreal, I guess, which city I live in. I really love this city. And the first 2 years I was here, it was kind of like COVID adjusted, and then I was dealing with some health problems as well. So like we weren't very social. We weren't doing a lot of activities, Rebecca and I, during those COVID periods. You know, self-imposed, right? Like my choice to not do that. And then last summer we took like a 1 month road trip in the middle of summer to my hometown to meet a bunch of people, like see my family again for the first time in a long time, etc. So that was a month away, but then also there was like build up to that and then like recovering after that, because it was such a huge undertaking. So it kind of feels like this is the first summer where I get to do kind of what I want for me, you know? And it's been so fun, man, so far. Like, not that we're doing anything special, but just like the local things that happen around town here. You know, like there's a firework festival with fireworks every Thursday and Sunday. So you bike and watch the fireworks at night. You know, there's jazz festival where there's free jazz concerts outside. So go to that, you know, have some drinks and listen to jazz. And there's tons, dude. I don't know. There's like, right now there's a African music festival going on. Musique d'Afrique. There's a festival called Orientalese, I think, en français. but it's like Asian, Middle Eastern sort of music festival. There's a comedy festival coming up. Just tons of stuff happening, man. I don't know. Stuff all the time. It's a good time. Movies in the park. There's a film festival that's coming up for two weeks. Actually went shopping with Rebecca yesterday. got a watch fit, which is a $30 Casio, but kind of cool. I like it. And I bought some new glasses and sunglasses as well. So we went and biked around and then just walked around yesterday. I'm just having a lot of fun with that, man. And then, of course, like, you know, streaming poker and my job and playing poker on the side. And I'm content, happy this summer, man. Are you going to go to Playground this summer? Yeah, so there's a series coming up to Playground, I think end of August, right? Let me pull up my calendar here because there is a WCPC at Playground, and I'm pretty sure, based on how it's worked last time, the schedule's been pretty decent to play like the high roller, because you can like reg on day 2, which is like a Monday or something. So I think I will be, yeah. So the series is from August 19th until September 3rd at Playground. Can't play the Colossus because the day 2 is on a Sunday. So basically it's August 25th until September 3rd. It's like a 9-day festival. I'll probably play some of the midweek stuff for that series. And then the high roller, day 2 is on Monday. So basically I can register the high roller 3K on Monday. Like late reg it, and if I bust, there's also a 600 that day too, so I could late reg that if I bust the 3K. And then on Tuesday, there's also a 1K knockout. Yeah, so it's going to work great. You'll probably see me for 3 or 4 events there if you're going to play the WCPC. Main event, again, a no-go because the day 2 is on Sunday, but all good. So yeah, you'll probably see me there, man. How about yourself? Are you going to play the series, or like you playing cash, Don Paul, or what's the deal? I haven't really played any cash at Playground for about just over a year now since the live stream stopped. I don't know. I think about it every once in a while, but like, I don't know, man. I gotta like. The problem is kind of like why, right? Like it's fun to hang out and chat with people, but also poker is my job, right? And it's not like I'm making very much money in the 2.5 or the 5.10, right? Like it's a medium rate game. I'm not making any content. It's, you know, you can hang out and chat with friends, but like, I don't know. It's a bit of an identity crisis, right? Of just like figuring out what it is that I do for that, because I like poker, but I have enough, you know? So send some sunshine over here. Yeah, bro. It's also like 30 degrees every day, which is pretty fun. Missed that. I thought you lived in Canada. Yep. Yeah, I do. Currently in Montreal. Maybe a woman at the final table of the main event, WCP. Yeah, possible. Possible. I hope Lena 900 wins the main event. That'd be great. And deserved. So I hope Lena 900 wins it. I would also say probably the favorite in the field, which might be crazy to say, but that's my guess, that they're the favorite. But we'll see. Who knows? Is the tax for online poker in Canada different than in person? Yeah, so poker is tax-free in Canada unless poker is your business. I pay tax because poker is my business in Canada, but the mass majority of poker players, 99.8%, don't have any tax to pay on poker. When you go to the US, whether you're a professional or you're an amateur, any score of $5,000 or more, the US withholds 30% of that score and pays it to the US government. And so you could apply to get that back by filing a US tax return, which, you know, is about 9 months later, and then you have to wait for the refund. But then you would need losses to deduct against the gains that you paid tax for. So essentially, like, unless you have losses within the US in a given year, you're paying 30% tax on all of your scores. So it's a 30% tax on upside, and then the downside is the same, which makes most tournaments where you don't have a really big edge minus EV, basically, right? Like, you're just going to lose money. It'd be a little bit different if you lived in the US, right? And you could deduct those losses against, like, your income or whatever, right? But that's not the case. So, yeah, it's just, you know, I think the main event is probably profitable because there's media overlay there, you know, and of course there's importance to having a bracelet and participating in the biggest festival in poker beyond just the money in it, right? Like, it's an important thing to our game, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how it works for Canadians, to be honest. I just don't. I don't know. Raise call, squeeze call. Well, we have to fold tens, which is so sad, but we're just probably behind here. Best case flipping, but probably behind. Call the threes, good luck. Not the best flop. The shot taker says, as an Englishman, I was going to make a wager, as we're going to re-enter there for 55. Just one moment. I'll continue that chat. I was going to make a wager for Spain to win. The way I'm happy no matter what, but the odds were so bad I just couldn't. Do you have a wager? I don't have any bet on either team. You know, I would guess the sharp money is on Spain. I really want England to win. But I would guess the sharp money is on Spain because, well, England is such a massive betting nation that there's going to be a lot of money going down. But then they're also a very pessimistic nation. I wonder how many people are betting Spain to be contrarians and or to emotionally hedge. I don't know. Like, my first impression would be there'd be value in the Spain side, but not enough to beat the Vig. I don't know. Let's see who wins, man. Cheering for Spain. My kid has England has been near perfect with his picks. Let's go. Let's go. Check call here. The gutter to the nuts. Call that an emotional hedge where I come from. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I would imagine that England has more emotional hedges per capita because that's just the English sensibility. All right. Anything on ACR today? Not today, Matt Deli. I think just Party Poker. I was going to play like a bigger session today, but then I think I was tired out from all the walking and biking yesterday. I slept in, dude. So I missed a lot of the early stuff, and I was like, all right, we'll just fire all the Party Poker stuff today. I'm going to raise Queen Jack. Kind of close. Wouldn't mind to play against this opponent. Spain 2-0, says Carlos Paredes. Brave Bomber says 66-1. Olmo to score 2+. England to score. Spain to win. Whoa. There it is. There it is. Don't play scared. You just played that queen pretty weak. I'm not scared. There's 0% of me that's scared at the moment, man. 0% is scared. Now, you may be saying that I played something passive, and you might be right. I don't remember the hand, for what it's worth. But you can't guess as to the emotions why I'm playing that way. That's the thing. You're taking a jump too far, my friend. If I have any leak, it's that I am not focused and kind of just chilling, right? And autopiloting a little bit and playing passive because I'm not finding every aggressive spot or thinking through every possible line. But that is not coming from fear. It's definitely coming from, if anything, boredom, right? Like, not fear. For the Queen 3, we're going to c-bet here on King 7 Deuce. Lane is 100% the better tournament player in that field, but live experience, hard to say about that. Yeah. How to get cast. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, You know, Bicknell has like high roller experience, whereas Lena doesn't have as much like Triton experience stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, I didn't know that. I live in Buffalo, so you're saying I should always go to Canada to play poker? Well, if you go to Canada to play poker, you still need to pay taxes on your score in Canada. I don't know if they withhold it for you in Canada. They don't withhold it for Canadians, but you would probably have to self-pay. So if you're paying your taxes legally, there's going to be no difference for you as an American between playing in both countries. But as a Canadian, it's a much better deal to play in Canada than the US, like drastically better deal. So we're going to call here and hope to see a flop. Like, our hand is so bad, but this is a more than double bounty for less than 1/5 of a start stack. I think it's worth the chance to try and see a flop. So let's see. We would have lost, chat. It's okay. Okay, so Facebook comments, I'm a bit behind. Quebec Power, go for the win. Let's go, Kenny Foucher. From the Isle of Man, supporting England. Good luck in the felt. Lewis Cheetham. Cheers, man. Shout out to the Isle of Man. I've been a few times. I enjoyed it, although I didn't get a ton of time to like explore the island. I was there for meetings, so hopefully I can go back one day on different terms. Watching Mongolia. What's up, Arskish? I don't know how to say your name, but welcome. Welcome everyone tuning in from Mongolia. We always have such a Mongolia and also Kyrgyzstan solid representation on Facebook, and I welcome you all. Hello from Oregon. We have a few card clubs out here. If you ever get out here, yeah, man, I'd love to. Part of it, like, I would really enjoy that experience, I think, of doing a live poker tour. You know, I think of that with Rebecca, right? And I just would need my health in a good enough place where it can happen. But touring around on a road trip in North America and checking out a bunch of different card rooms, I think would be a great experience, you know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Honestly, you know what? It would be such an interesting... I've never considered this, but, you know, I've thought about writing a book often, and it would be such an interesting backdrop for a book, right? Essentially, it'd be like a travel book / memoir of traveling North America and meeting a bunch of people. It'd be interesting. That's a pretty good idea, I think. Definitely a good writing prompt. Gluxer, thank you. May I ask, you love to play poker or is it just work? Poker is my passion, right? It's my career. It's what I work on. But it is work as well, right? Like, there's definitely various periods where I've just been like, oh man, I'd love to take some time off, right? Like, that's definitely a feeling that I feel like every poker pro that's been playing for like longer than 5 years has had, of like, oh man, life is so broad and diverse. There's so much to do. And poker is such a beautiful, massive game within it, but it's also a niche part of life. So yeah, it's like, this is still work. This is work for me, right? But it's also my passion, right? Like, I don't know, when you do something that you care about, I imagine you guys have this experience too. Like, at a certain point, it stops being the naive fun that it is in the beginning, and it becomes something more substantial, right? It becomes like meaningful, not because you're having a great time, but because it matters to you. And that's kind of like what poker is like to me. So, what are the highest stakes you're comfortable playing for in a cash game, and why? I don't know. Like, I don't play cash games very much. I'm gonna shove the fours. I don't really grind online cash games very often because I think there's a lot of specialists in that format. And I think I'd just be losing in most of the games at significant stakes. You could do it for fun, though, or for an exhibition, right? For the stream or whatever. This 9-8 reshove is really weird. But they did it. We're out in 37th, GG. And we can actually get in a Grand Prix Summer 7Max Turbo, which has been waiting to register. So I'm just going to add that on table 2 before I continue this story. So this is a 33 Turbo knockout. I don't know. I'm bankrolled to play whatever. Like, not whatever, but, you know, I could play 50, 100 or something, you know? Like, I could play big stakes. But I don't have any games where I want to do that, really. Have to fold here, sadly, in the Super 215. Would love to gamble, but we can't. Yeah, and I don't know. Like, playing live, you know, there's some private games, but, like, are you getting cheated? Are you not getting cheated, right? Do you have to worry about game integrity? Do you have to worry about the game getting held up? You know, do you have to worry about collusion, right? If you're talking about live games. If you're playing in a and then also the rake, you know. If you're playing in a casino environment, it's, like, political. You know, you're having to be performative in some sense to ensure that you have a spot in the game. And you also have to think about, am I getting cheated, right? Online, like, I'm just losing those games. There's no incentive to play them for me. So I don't know, dude. Like, there's just not an environment where it really makes a lot of sense. Like, in my head, playing mid-stakes cash games is more enjoyable, probably, because it's more affordable for more people. It's more sustainable over a long period of time. Like, playing a 5-10 with like a 2K buy-in or a 3K buy-in or something like that is more interesting than playing like a 50-100 2 times and having to sort of like look over your shoulder all the time, right? It's just... So yeah, I don't know. Like, if I could design a game at like Playground Poker, for example, it would be a 5-10 with like some things to make it fun, essentially. And regular, you know. Like even just like once a week or something, probably. Okay, so we are in 6 hands at the moment. Just give me a second to catch up a bit here. The 10s are okay. 4s are nice, but no one is short on our table. Okay. Nicholas Ested is really strong too, yeah, for sure. Definitely one of the greats ever. But like unknown in the live sphere relatively, for sure. And an overbet on the turn. We should call here, right? We flop top pair. There's all sorts of straight draw flush draws. I don't know. Probably call. Okay. It's unfortunate. I think we just need to bust when we have top pair there, just given the flop texture. Let's add 215, and let's play again. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I'm behind in all the chats. UK no tax on winnings, true. But they do tax the operator for every hand played in the UK. So they just tax her at the operation level instead of the consumer, which I think is a much better way, to be honest. and the tax is low enough where it's not prohibitive to spread poker. So it's a win for everyone, right? Win for the government, win for operators, win for players. It's just a win, 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 win. Ace 10 here, we're on the line, I'd say. Gonna fold. Don't know. We're on the line. We're folding ace 9 every time, and then ace 10 is the decision. Happy watching you play poker. Thank you, Josh Raton, for the 47-month resub. Nothing else going on in the world, right? Yeah, it's been a very intense and scary last 24 hours, so. Let's see what happens. Sounds like something so hyper-specific it appeals to like nobody and thus interesting to like 0.01% of people. Poker? Oh, you mean like traveling around? I don't know, like at least the kind of fiction that I read. Like one of my favorite genres of book is actually travel books because they give you a sense of traveling without actually doing it. And so I think it'd be really boring to like write a book that was about how much money you won or lost in a bunch of card rooms around the world. But to write a book about traveling to different places and meeting different people in different cultural settings, a book about human beings essentially with poker as the backdrop, that's the ticket to me. But your book idea, Stapes, just basically did that the past month, but instead of the book, they're doing a video doc. Yeah, it's smart. You want to know a true sad story, man? I came up with an idea when I was at Stars, and it was for Stream Bus. And I was like, hey, put me in a bus, and I will drive around the UK or the US. Well, not the US because I couldn't play, so I think it was the UK. And I will stream on the road, or Canada, in the bus. And then when I get to a new city, we'll run a small stakes home game in that casino that night. And then we'll sleep in the bus, and the next day we'll do it, right? And we'll call it Stream Bus, and it'll be like a, it could be a world tour if you want. Totally was down to do this. Super excited. Told it to my manager. He's like, that's a great idea. Leave it with me. I was like, okay. And then... And then Moneymaker Tour was announced in the US, and I was just like, okay, well, that's kind of similar to what I was talking about, but fine. And then that was it. Like, basically, the idea that I pitched was just kind of like taken and repurposed for other people, unfortunately. Bums me out, dude. That would have been really fun. I think it would have worked really well, too. It's not the right environment anymore to do it, but yeah, that would have been sweet. It's too bad. Sad. But I really like Stapes. Stapes is a great guy, so I'm sure the documentary will be awesome. Yeah, so the software at PartyPoker, like, I have the ability to advocate to change things, and I know we have something coming that is like essentially a software sort of thing coming. I can always advocate for more software at PartyPoker, and you're saying some of the features like settings for actions, such as see how each streak goes and stuff, late reg with 1 minute left, etc. Yeah, like I think that stuff is useful and interesting. It's just, can I like get the buy-in to say, hey, push this forward in the development to make this come to life? Usually that's a hard argument to win, but I try anyways. I think it's a good idea. Like, it's a good feature for sure. I don't really know how to play this spot with 10-9. They're most likely to have a 7 here. Fold, I guess. Partridge says, I have England to win on pens. All right, there you go. England win 3-1 in the end. Spain is winning. Okay. England 2, Spain 2. What can you do mid-tourney to gain focus? It's a tough question because I think it's so individual, right? For me, it's getting very sort of specific and like really focusing on the moment and the individual spot, right? Because you can think about tournaments in like this grand scale, this macro scale of like beginning, middle, end, several hours to the money, getting close to the final table, right? Like all these macro ideas of what a tournament is. But at the end of the day, all this is a decision. We have a decision here with Queen Jack. We have information. We have our primary knowledge coming into it. And we just have to execute the right decision. So that's all tournaments are, is decisions. This is a decision, fold. This is a decision, fold. Right? And so like getting very specific, I think is helpful for focus. At least for me. Do you ever think you're being cheated online? Not in the conventional ways, right? I think there's some people that are trying to use tools that are against terms of service. Some of them will get caught, right? So there's probably someone in this tournament that's using charts that they're not allowed to use, and on average they're going to get caught and the money's going to get refunded, but they might get away with it for a few tournaments in a row or something. It's like that is just a reality, but it's not a big enough reality to where it doesn't make tournaments worth it, right? And the same thing happens in live poker. Like I'm sure you guys have all played the like fishy cash games of the tournament, and you have two people that think they're colluding, but they don't know how to collude, right? So they're just, they're like, they're giving each other eye signals like, oh, I've got it here, or I don't have it, right? Like this sort of like very typical fishy behavior. We have to fold to the 3x overbet here. Like that doesn't win any money, right? Like they're saving each other money, but it's not doing anything, right? Like you're squeezing EV out of the pot when it goes like bet call and then someone squeezes the person out of the pot, right? Like, but they don't know what they're doing, right? They're fish in the game. They think they're colluding, but really they're just fish. That sort of stuff is not concerning to me. Where it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, but yeah, whenever there's money involved, there's going to be people that are trying to cheat it, no matter what, right? What I'm very confident of is like, no one can see the whole cards, right? Like no one is cheating by seeing the whole cards. The site isn't cheating against me. There isn't like these mash collusion rings of things going on, like the game integrity departments of these poker sites. And I just had an interview with PartyPoker about this, but an idea that strikes me in talking to them is like, let's take for example the PartyPoker game integrity team, right? I don't know how many there is like full-time employees, but there's a lot, right? Per capita, the amount of players that we have on the site compared to the amount of people working on game integrity, it's per capita probably the most in the industry, I would guess. And most of them are ex-professional poker players where they played the game full-time for 6, 7, 8 years. Some of them sit and goes at super high volume, right? They were in the same social groups of people trying to figure out how to cheat. They understand the ways that people are cheating. They're really in the know. And so you have like 6, 7, 8 people that are super sharp, tons of experience. And all that they do after they pull their socks up, all they do is try and catch people cheating. That's it. Like full time, they're devoted to it. I think people often kind of like underappreciate the amount of effort that's going into it on a consistent basis. So yeah, I'm more worried about like, oh, are people trying to get ways to cheat and it's taking 2% away from my return on investment? I'm not worried about like these grand levels of cheating of like, oh, there's always action on the river or something. Like, haven't had those thoughts in a good 12 years, you know. Like when you're new to the game, of course you think them because you're kind of a fish, but eventually you figure out that like, oh, okay. None of that makes sense. There's no incentive for any of that to happen. So what's up, Jamie? Hello, Marcus. How you doing, brother? Jimmy, did you grow up during the Slim Shady era? For sure, dude. Yeah. Eminem, I was like, you know, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. Definitely huge fan of Eminem. I mean, I don't listen to his stuff anymore, but like definitely was and still appreciate some old classics. We have a set in the 215. Hell yeah. If it goes bet call, we raise. If they fold, we just call here. That sucks. Now we can't check raise, unfortunately. This blows, dude. It's just such a bad turn. It's one of the worst. We're probably still winning, but we're not going to be able to get the bounty very often, I would say. Shot Taker says, England 2-1. Hope we do better than the last final. Even if we lose, I hope the idiots have more class than they did last time. It's embarrassment for the country. Yeah, I hope so. I hope everyone acts in good faith. I don't know, dude. Bottom set, like, I don't know. Are they bluffing 1 and 4 times here? That's the question, right? Do they not have a 10 or spade 1 and 4 times? Against a robot, you're calling, but a robot is not going to bet half pot here, I don't think. I don't know. Probably call. Just whatever. I'm not sure if we can find the fold there. It just comes down to like how much you want a hero like deviate or stick to standard. I stick closer to standard than some of my contemporaries, but we have to fold the 2s here. 4-3 suited be open. Spain, easy. England have been so boring. So massive asterisks next to the title if they win after that penalty on Wednesday. No asterisks. No asterisks. I mean, it was controversial, but I don't think there's an asterisk, to be honest. I think Spain is winning. England don't play as well. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I've got it open here on the side as my alarm just went off. Euros final in 30 minutes. Exciting. I'm going to go for a small c-bet here. Is diet important to focus? Any superfoods you notice help you individually? Any foods you know not to eat for energy focus? Yeah, I think so. I think in general, like whatever you put into your body is going to be important for what you get out of it on a day-to-day basis. So, I don't know. I guess it's a very individual, aspect of life as well, this one. But I would say you probably want to avoid, and this is a mistake I used to make a lot when I would play, is not planning ahead enough can create big problems, right? Like if you don't really know, oh, shoot, I'm going to play poker for the next 8 hours. Like I don't really have any food to eat. Like that's a problem that you need to solve, right? Because I think the worst case is when you do like one really big meal and then you don't eat the rest of the session, you're going to have like a big rise and a big crash. And that just doesn't work very well for like attention and energy and stuff like that. And it's just like bad in general for diet. So I think eating consistently, like before you eat and then eating consistently throughout the session is probably important. As opposed to like one big meal and then fasting and going through like a big sort of increase and then crash. We're going to re-enter here. So I would say like that's something that I focus on now. Like even today, right? even today, I woke up late. I kind of wanted to get to work, and I was like, don't really want to eat breakfast, but I know that I need to eat breakfast because I'm going to play this long session, and if I push it off, I'm going to be tired at some point, and then, I'm going to be too hungry. So I was like, okay, well, let me grab something quick. I'm going to make some toast, right? Made some toast, put some butter on it. Good. Had some breakfast. Like, this was a actual thought process I went through this morning. So that's my focus. I think you could get more granular if you want to be strategic in terms of like specifically what kind of foods you want to eat. For me in my life, and where I'm at in eating and nutrition, it's very much focused on being in tune with what it is that my body wants at various times, right? And so it's just kind of like taking the time to check in of like, am I hungry? Am I not hungry? If I am hungry, what do I want to eat, right? And not like, what do I want to eat because it's the easiest? Like, what do I want to taste right now? And so that's my approach, right? Like every break, it's going to be like, am I hungry? What can I do? Like, do I need to plan a meal for the next hour or what? So that's it for me, basically. Hello, Orbanel Rodriguez from Florida. What's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, man. The coffee's cold, but I need a drink. All right, I have a 7-Up here. Trebendo days. The live poker grinder. Dude, how is life post-Vegas? Tell me, give me the lowdown on the experience of being there all summer. Like, how did it feel to grind the live series for a long time? A proper summer in Vegas, man. Let me know. Pull the Jack 4, 5, 6 suited. It's really close, but I don't think we want to open it there on 17 blinds. Jack 3 suited, we're going to defend it. The big blind start with a check on ace jack 7. How many buy-ins do you need on average to get to final table? I don't know. I've never really thought about that metric before. We have 1,500 in buy-ins today, 0 cashes. So to be determined. Check raise the turn here is good. What about the algorithm? Yeah, no concerns at all about the algorithm. Oof, this is really bad. Like the random card shuffler and stuff, it's audited by an independent third party outside of the poker sites. This is true of multiple poker sites, but with PartyPoker, it's audited by a third party that has nothing to do with Entain. There's no incentive for poker sites to make the games unfair. It's just like there's so many options of places to play poker, and there's such an obvious ability for people to, over vast amounts of data, see any statistical anomalies. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no incentive for it to happen. This is such an annoying run out, but such is life. So yeah, like that's a very common early poker concern, but I think it's unfounded. What's up, chicken nuggets? How are you, yo? Good to see you in the house. Good to see you, Nugs. Jam the pair against the limp, for sure. I mean, it's just a great hand to shove, right? If we can get them to fold to 5-6, we're getting them to fold to flip. That's a big win for twos. Okay. I think I'm caught up, man. I think I'm caught up in the chat. Is this a squeeze? Now, in a heads-up pot, it definitely is. But in a multi-way pot, it gets a little bit more linear in these spots to where you don't shove as much as you would think. I think we're going to call here. I kind of wish I would have shoved now. I make snack bowls for each break. I play pretty much contains very low amount of dark chocolate and 2-3 different kinds of nuts. Yeah. I mean, that seems like a very theoretically optimal strategy. Lots of protein, fats. Nice, you know. Seems great. So this is pretty wild, right? We go 4 ways in the flop. A bet, call behind. Turn is a 3 of diamonds. Does someone have 6, 7, or ace deuce here? Possible. We're never folding with our hand. Oh God. This is a nightmare. Oh, it's a nightmare, dude. The problem, like, immediately if you see the spot, you should be thinking about, can I bluff a full house, right? Like, we've got a 5. We can definitely represent full houses. The problem is we're very short. No one's folding a 6 here. There's no way, right? They bet 535,000. I think I'm actually going to fold here. I know we have a straight, right? The problem is they call in the big blind after it goes bet, call, call. It's such a 6x heavy range, right? They're not just floating ace high. It's 6x heavy, especially when we have a 5. And they're not going to lead out with an ace on the river into 3 of us. It's just not going to happen, especially not for the sizing. So it's just a 6, dude. This is a 6. It's a 6. Sorry to tell you, chat. It's just such a bad run out. It's so bad, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah. We win the flip the fun way there. 120,000 in the Grand Prix summer. Ace King, aces, 9s. Ooh. We can re-enter, and I will. One more time in the 215. Last week you were telling me it's not worth going to the WSP because you pay 30% taxes. You also know Americans pay that in tax too, right? There are a lot of Canadians there. But it's a different tax return is the problem, Kurt, right? So you don't get to deduct, like, if you pay 30% tax as an American, it's contrast to your other income and your other deductions. As a Canadian, it's in a vacuum, is the difference. So it's filed as a U.S. tax return separate from the Canadian tax return. So first of all, there's a cost associated with doing that, which is you need to hire someone to file a U.S. tax return, mail it into the U.S. government, take the time to get that, do the correspondence, etc. And then if they come back against you, then you have to fight it in some way, right? So it's a huge time hassle, and it's going to come with some cost to put this in. And you've got to wait 9 months, so there's opportunity cost of losing the money. And there's no way to deduct against it, right? There's nothing. So in Canada, you pay 0%. If you're not a poker professional, 0%, right? Any score you pay nothing. You go to the US, you're going to pay 30% with no recourse to get it back, right? Like, just unless you have losses in the US to deduct against it. It's a terrible deal, dude, to be honest. You know, and a lot of people play anyways, but if you look at the sharps, like a lot of the high stakes pros, like from Canada, if they're not there, that's the reason why. Pretty much. Some play anyways, and I don't. I don't really know why, but you know, I used to play a little bit sometimes too. Like I would go down because I would want to fire it up. But yeah. So it's like you could be down, for example, like $30,000 in Canada from playing poker in a year, and then you score a tournament in the U.S. for 30,000. You're gonna pay tax, 30% tax on your score of 30,000, and then you're gonna be down 30,000 in the U.S. So you're not able to zero that out. Whereas if it's in the same country, you can zero that out, right? If you lose 30,000 in the U.S. and then you win 30,000, your net taxes at the end of the year are going to be zero as an American, right? It's the fact that they're different tax returns that creates a problem. So that's why. Love the way you interact with the chat questions. Cheers, Andrew Trudel on Facebook. Cheers, man. Thanks for the kind words. Good luck, bro, from Czech. Thanks, man. If you're thinking you're writing a book, I have a few stories about poker in the UK. Worked in casinos most of my working life. Before Devilfish became a known player, he was playing 1 2-pound cash games, 10-pound rebuy tournaments in and around Yorkshire. Oh, so legendary, dude. I would love to hear those stories, Racy JC, to be honest. I would love to. One of the poker books I'm reading right now, I don't have it in front of me, but is Vicky Corin's For Richer or Poorer. I think it used to be called Suicide Queen. I'm not sure if it is anymore. I don't think so. And it's got some amazing, like some stories with like Devilfish in it, early days in it. Just some incredible stories. I'm really loving it. And there was a quote that blew me away at the beginning of this story. She's such a good writer, and you can immediately tell she's got like really high literary chops. She knows what she's doing with writing. And so I tweeted this quote, right? And this is like towards the end of the intro of the monologue. So this is from Vicky Corin's book, and she's describing songs that are on her poker playlist. Only New York Going On by Francis Dunnery, because everything happens at 4 a.m. All the winning, all the losing, all the adrenaline, all the pain, and all the staring out the window in empty hotel rooms, with money or without. And Let the River Run by Carly Simon, because that is what it's all about. The river runs its own course, at its own pace, according to its own will, and all you can do is learn how to raft without drowning. Dude, goosebumps, man. Goosebumps. She gets it. She just gets it. Yeah, poetry, dude. Poetry. Like, just captures the essence of what it is that we're actually doing here, you know, so beautifully. And there's something, especially about the 4 a.m. in hotel rooms, that is just like magical, right? It's something that I really wish everyone had the opportunity to experience in some sense, right? It's rebellious in a lot of circles, right? And it's alt culture, but it's so raw. It just makes life like hit stronger in some sense. One of my favorite parts about the early days of playing poker, when I was, you know, first started playing live poker, like 19, 20, 21, 22. Poker was my full-time job. I didn't have a lot of money, but like, you know, I didn't need a job. I had somewhere between $8,000 and $20,000 for a good several years there, and kept myself afloat, and that was fine. And so I was in college and university for a lot of this, and I would stack up all my courses on Tuesday and Thursday. And so I'd be done school at about 4 o'clock on Thursday, and then I'd drive to Calgary. I'd stay at my aunt and uncle's, and I'd play Thursday night, I'd play Friday, I'd play Saturday, and then I'd drive home Sunday. Sometimes I'd grind online, sometimes not, right? And then I'd go to school on Tuesday, right? Like Monday, I would try and catch up on my coursework to not fail. We are out of the big Sunday. Ace deuce to queen jack. GG. And so some of my most fond memories is when, I'd roll up to like Cowboys Casino 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's fine. You play some poker, you have some dinner, whatever. You play poker until 3:30 in the morning. The free food comes. A bunch of people are eating like essentially a buffet pizza at like 4 in the morning. There's like 45 of you or 50 of you. Maybe even more sometimes. And it's such a collection of characters, right? Like, I'd have young people like myself. I'd have people left over from going out the night before, right? You would have people that are in not the most savory careers, right? But then you'd also have a lot of people that were retired and, just like played a lot of poker. You'd have some people that came in for the early shift in the morning. You have all sorts of different nationalities and ages represented. What wasn't necessarily represented was gender. Like, it's very male biased. But beyond that, it was just diverse in an infectious way of like, this feels like a subset of humanity. And, I used to smoke at this time. And you'd go outside, and I'm smoking in the morning. It's 5 o'clock, probably up $800 or so from grinding 1-2 for like 12 hours straight. And, I've made some friends along the way and you're chatting with someone outside or whatever. And you see people driving to work in downtown Calgary, right? Like you see the city waking up and coming alive because, of course, it's Friday morning and people are living their life. And so are you, but it's countercultural in the best way, right? It's like a refusal to submit to monotony in life. And to spend time with like people, doing things you enjoy. Those moments of smoking cigarettes and watching people go about their lives and feeling outside of it in some sense is kind of like what you described with this 4 a.m. staring at the window in hotels when you're either broke or rich. Knowing that whichever it is, it doesn't matter, right? It's inconsequential, right? It's the fact that you've deviated from the mean that makes life feel, makes you feel alive. Yeah. A beautiful game. Good luck, Donker Killer, brother. Is your tax take true for pros anytime they play outside their home country? No. No, this is just specifically an America issue, and it's with countries where they have a tax treaty. So the UK, for example, doesn't pay tax. You'd have to Google it, essentially, for your country. But that's not how it works in other countries around the world. 32,000 feet above the Pacific Ocean on my way to WPT Cambodia. I have the greatest time, brother. Sounds amazing. That sounds really exciting. I haven't spent any time in Asia at all. I really look forward to it. King 9 into A7 there, GG. And players are lining up to begin. Euros, dude. What am I missing here? 109 Sunday party. Let's get it in. Gonna put it on table 4. Actually, on table 2 because it popped up there. Okay. I'm going to put this on a different background just so it's a little easier to see the stacks. But this is the 109 Grand Prix. And here's the Euros final. Holy smokes, man. This is going to be crazy. Any good poker books? Well, Vicky Corin's memoir is pretty good at the moment. I'm reading a bunch of poker books this year. It really depends what specifically you're looking for. I've enjoyed all of them, to be honest. They've been great, so. Une question. Pourquoi préférais-tu le poker sur Bwin que sur GG Poker? Je préférais PartyPoker. Je suis étudié avec PartyPoker. Donc, I hope that you work with us, play with us. Mais, if you can't, between those two, I think both options, right? Like, I try and avoid GG just based on, I don't like a lot of the decisions they're making for the game of poker broadly, but I have an account there, right? Like, I can still play there. I will still play there sometimes in the future. It's just like I generally try and make other choices when it's an option, personally. But. Yeah, our tax rates, Kurt, Steven, are higher in Canada than the US generally for most tax brackets, but like definitely for mid and higher incomes, we pay a higher percentage tax, depending on which province you're in. But yeah, same, you know, for states in the US. All right, great. So. Run all the things, and here comes Euros. I'm going to try and just make it so that it's in the background, but it's like kind of a little bigger. Yeah, there we go. All right, nice. Okay, listen, chat. Enjoy 5 minutes of highlights, Pokerstaples on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. When we come back, we're going to continue in our 5 tourneys. We're going to chit-chat, and I'm going to watch Euros on the side. Stay with me. Barry! Barry! We survived! Barry! You know, I was a streamer at the time, which made things a little different in that my incentives were to play exciting poker tournaments, not necessarily like figure out how I can maximize my dollars on the table. Oh, huge suck out for 50 bucks. Let's go. Good luck. Jacks against 4s for a lot of chips, to be honest. Just frankly, quite a lot of chips. We get it done. Beautiful. 280 in the 215. And ace queen suited. 13 pay, 11 to 25 in this knockout. Having a big stack's pretty important in a knockout too, so likely willing to play this pot unless something crazy goes on. That's really too bad. Okay, so we check back again here in our 215 millions. One of our two 215 millions. And they bet 9,000. I think we could raise for value here. It's going to be some queen jack, queen 10, queen 9 sort of hands. I think we can try and get value for that. Guess what, Maria? I've got the goods. But do I want to flat or 3-bet here? 3-handed. Just 3-bet, man. I just do want to 3-bet. It's kind of like, dude, we got to get in 45 beebs here. Oh, no, we have 37. Never mind. We're good. Rumble in the jungle. I really don't want to see a check raise. Really don't. Because we're up against King 10 suited, Ace 10, Queens, Kings, Aces, 9s, and 2s. And then some bluffs. But what bluffs? I don't know. King, Queen, maybe, optimistically, but they fold. Ship it. I think especially for off the money bubble, we don't really want to like induce with a 3-bet call. They're not going to think our 3-bet is light anyways. They're just going to call, go post flop, and realize their equity often, I would say. So just go for the jam and force them to call off if they want to fight for this bounty. With Ace King specifically. And in the big blind specifically, it's different in the small blind as well, for sure. We're on the bubble here, soft bubble, 3 off the money, 12 of 16, 13 pay. My brother Matty Ice is still in here too. Well, there's some interesting pots going on here. And a King Queen we're going to c-bet against Florian Andres. They call in the big blind. So Queen 10 possible, Queen deuce suited possible, 10 deuce suited possible, deuces possible. The rest, they don't do this. So I think we want to fast play here and that they're going to have a lot of King Jack, Jack 9, heart draws, and then just bluffs here. We don't want to give free equity to those hands, I would say. Yeah, we fast play. Good luck. Take it. Sweet. Ooh, we are 2 off the money bubble here. It's a beautiful hand. I don't think we can fold, but like, I don't enjoy opening this because they can just slam dunk it on me. We do get dunked on, so we have to fold. We 4-bet all in with Ace King for sure. They're going to 3-bet fold often in this bubble situation, so that's fine. At least we're back to 350 here, which is good. In 10th, we fooled that. Oh, we made the money, by the way. I missed the bust out, but here we are. 257 cash, 175 in bounties. First place is going to be 1,500 plus bounties, probably 3K. Call for 16. Sheesh. Look at that 243 bounty, dude. How do we get it, though? We just can't, realistically. We can't get it. Like, you go pot, it's just, like, always a 10 at least. It's just not... Like, we're just not going to balance that with bluffs. I wish we could, honestly. I wish we had that in the bag, but I don't think we're going to be able to sell it. I think we're all in against Florian. We cover for a bounty. Really good reshoving hand here. Good luck, us. Please fold, Florian. Please, folds. I don't want to bubble this final table, Florian. Folds. Thank you. Let's go. What's up? We're back. And here we go. All right, I've got audio out on my side. You guys can't hear it, though. We're good. All right. Here we go. This is big. This is nerve-wracking, man. This is so nerve-wracking. Are you guys watching the match? Oh, man, this is intense. All right, Thomas Haro, enjoy the match, man. Chop it up. Okay, how about the ace queen? Check here. They're definitely more likely to have a 6 than us. Ace queen, we could go for like a thin value bet, basically. That's what it would be on the flop, is a value bet. But I think check is fine too. I don't know enough to fold here. 4-1. First real Vegas summer. Poker money-wise went pretty well. Only because of the one big score. Expenses are real high. And cut into things. After being demoralized in the first half, came back with wanting to focus on more cash for lower variance. Words. Yeah, that makes sense. I know you have more comments. Just let me raise some of these hands. We got Sub Babe coming in on Twitch. Dodgers SCC. That's a big one. Dropping 111-month resub. Gets a love of the chat for the legend. Dodgers SCC. Thank you so much, man. Best of luck, sir. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you very much. Hearts on the chat for a very long time resub chat. Thanks, man. On Twitch. Got a scammer on Facebook. Got rid of that. Nice. Okay, the second message here. Ace Queen gets through with the shove. 8-3 suited is pretty nice. Vibe-wise, Vegas is Vegas, but friends are great. Real nice to be able to hang and network with people you don't normally see and who share a similar passion. Many days in the pool with a few beers. Strip is really grating. Nothing like busting the main on a weekend night or weaving through crowds in the Flamingo. Word. Yeah, I hear you. Probably do again, but always just need to focus on mental health. Game when out there can easily take a beating. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense, man. Go check Let's Bluff here on the turn. I'm glad you got to experience the whole summer. Though. That's cool. It's a cool experience that you have as like part of your life now. You know, kind of fun. Okay, so we win there. We're gonna bluff here as well with the straight jaw. Hey, look at that! 2 bluffs in a row, successful. How about the ace king and the super? Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go for it here. It's not a great turn. We might have just been turned, but I think with a pot size bet left, we still need to go with ace king. And it is in fact the flush making or the straight making turn. So we're gonna be out. I think we can re-enter. Oh no, we can't. Dang it. That sucks. Okay. Check on the flop. We're going to check the turn here. We have a really bad hand. I think if we want to bluff anywhere, it's on the river. And it's not an always bluff in the river spot, this hand. Pretty much one of the worst hands you could have here, right? Like Jack 6, Jack 5, Jack 4, Jack 3, and are going to be worse, and then Queen, right? Yeah, we'll fold there easily. Open the sevens. Get 3-bet here. We're going to call to the streets, king, king, deuce. Bet call. This is really tough on the turn, right? 3-bet pot. We have a middling pair. They 3-bet out of the small blind. Flop is king, king, deuce. Like, they're going to have queens, they're going to have jacks, they're going to have tens, they're going to have aces, they're going to have ace king. They're also going to have ace queen, they're going to have queen jack suited, they're going to have jack 10 suited, they're going to have 10 9 suited. They're going to have ace 4, ace 5 here sometimes as well. We're really on the edge, I'd say. Fold. Art, yeah. So if we have a score of $10,000 or more, we buy art, usually. And we have about 40 pieces of art, so that's pretty good, or so. My biggest score ever is about 105,000. And yeah, it's like, I actually don't like go out and have some drinks or anything like that. It's just kind of, it's pretty relaxed, to be honest. Kind of just like, all right, that's nice. And you wake up in the morning and it's just like, oh, nice. Yesterday was great. And you feel really relaxed and enjoy the whole day and stuff. But there's nothing like particularly I do after big scores, really. But I've never had like a massive, like a life-changing score, right? You know, I did have life-changing scores when I was younger, but like some of those scores were, you know, I had a 5K score that was like a life-changing score, right? As like a more mature adult, I don't have any scores where it's like, this is going to change my life. But they're fun. And it's fun to win big scores for sure. Ace 3, Ace 4 all in the 320. 3. Okay. Queens run into aces with 2 blinds, which kind of sucks, but, you know, it happens sometimes. I'm going to move the 55 down to table 6 just so I can make my football a little bigger. So there we go. 55 grand pre-summer is here on table 6 now. There we go. Nice. Excuse me. Okay, good. It seems like most of you are watching Euros because we were really chatty before this, and now everywhere but Twitch has died. Basically, every other chat is just like totally quiet. Oh, wow. Hoping the ace 8 gets shoved on here. No bounties, actually. This is just blue. Folding. I don't really know what I want to do here. So we have 4 blinds, right? Every hand I play is profitable. 9 high is not great. Like, we'd rather have, like, king deuce here, right? I think I'm going to fold. It has a lot of equity multi-way, but we're going to be probably two-handed here. I don't know. It's a weird spot. Like, every spot is profitable, but I don't think that analysis is great in those situations. Mike Finn dropping the 30 months. Good luck today, bro. Hope you and Rebecca are doing well. Thanks, man. Yeah, we are. Life is good. Life is good. We're happy. Rebecca's getting over a bit of a cold at the moment, but in general, things are good. And watching Euros, man. All right, here we go. King 10 all in. It's ace queen. GG. GG. Oh, man. Come on now, man. What did I lose to here? Was it ace jack? Dude, brutal. Too wide to call a 3-bet there. Okay, we gamble here. Ace queen against fours, covering for a bounty, which is beautiful. And we flop an ace, but the turn 4. Oh my goodness, dude. What is this? Just absolutely fizzled in every tournament. Along with jacks. Who started playing poker first, you or your brother? Well, we both played for play money around similar times. But like who played for real money? It was me. When I was 18, I played after school. My brother didn't play poker until he was 18 either. Other than like play money on Facebook or whatever. But like he didn't get into it until he was 18, 19. And I'm 5 years older than Matt. So yeah, and welcome, man. Hey, Jamie, I want to do 2 weeks of intense poker tournament training. Where do I start, YouTube or poker training site? It kind of depends where you're at in your poker journey, because there's a bunch of different formats you could go for. I think for like an intensive like boot camp, you probably want to start with a video training site. You know, get a course. Plan to go through the course, you know, a couple hours of videos every day and then play poker. And like review your play. That's probably what I would do for a boot camp, I'd say. Harry Kane is invincible after tonight. I really hope so, man. I mean, Kane is the person I care about most on the pitch out there for sure. Kane and doesn't look like he's on the pitch. Who am I thinking of? Played on the left wing for us before he was traded to Syria somewhere. Trippier. Yeah, Trippier. Played for Tottenham a little bit when I first became a fan as well. So it'd be nice if both those guys won it. What did he say? It under the gun? Oh, oh, ooh. God, this is so stressful. This is stressful. We're all in here. I'm just going to lose here. All right? Listen, I'm going to lose. I'm going to re-enter, though. God, we're just not running so hot today, fam. Re-enter. Okay. All right. Okay. Coming back. All right. Let's go, Donker Killer. Good luck, man. I'll have to play 2-3-5 and watch the match. Good luck to both of us. Josh Rutan, get it done, brother. Get it done. Roll in. Ooh. What a match, dude. This is intense. This is so damn intense. Ooh. Yep. That is a little dangerous there, man. He does catch Declan Rice there. Strimmer, when did you start going by Jammy? True. True, man. Kevin Martins, what's up, man? Anthony Capaccio, what's up? Spain wins, says Don Paradise. All right, there it is. We're watching a bit of Euros. We got 2 tables. I busted everything big, unfortunately, which is annoying. But that's okay. Watching Euros on the side, chilling. We can play the PKO opener here as well. Play that on the side. Cool. What's up, Chris Mosier? The grind was not great today. Or has not been great so far, but it's okay. If there's ever going to be a day to be low on tables to watch football, it's today, so that's all right. It's too easy to go down there, though. Oh, I'm playing at a table with Rabaka here. I didn't see that. It's a lot of open space. Defend. It's not a great hand, but for min raise, we want to defend here. Big time swing and a miss. That's all right. Gonna call king queen in position here. Could shove as well, but I think call is better, especially with such a playable hand. Stress, man. What a stressful match. Ace king. Four bet here. I think all in is good. Oh. Kane to Saka. Damn. Damn. Oh. We make trips on the end. Okay. This is a money tournament? Yes. Yep. You can see the buy-ins just below my face. $150. And they go 8x pot. And we rivered a set of kings. And we have the second nuts. And we've checked to the river. How bizarre. They have queen 10, right? Like, I don't know. Like, what else could they have? I don't know. I'll just call, though. Like, I don't think I can fold when I river a set. Just call, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that is, but we call. And it's ace 10. Definitely a very weird hand. I don't know what the heck just happened. Yo, what's up, man? Friend of the stream? Ooh, he's in. He's in. He's in. Fan with the king 7 suited. Flop top pair, which is great. You can actually see the payouts in the bottom left-hand corner. So if you look down in the corner, the name of the tournament is down there, and then the payouts as well. And sorry, I know it's like very chill today, but it is Euros final, and I'm definitely watching Drohead 88, so I have sort of split attention, if I'm honest. Oh, Kane had a shot there. Yep. Oh, Kane really had some net there. Oh my goodness, that was really close, dude. That was really close. Wow. What's up, Lee Hung? How are you, man? It says all in. Pretty soon. Good luck, Jamie. Thank you, Hornets. on YouTube. Appreciate you. The tank is on. Wow. Tanking forever. Let's go. Oh, that really was going to have a shot there. Oh. That had a chance. It really did have a chance there. Check it down with nines against kings. Okay. Who has the edge that half? I would say it's pretty close between the two, but pretty decent half for England, I'd say. I don't know. What do you guys think? Muted now until the second half. That was very enjoyable, though. Very intense game of football going on. All right, so we have 3 tables right now. We're sort of chilling. We're hanging out. I got a 33 grand pre as well. Going on table 6. My fiance's in this pot. And we were top pair. That's pretty good. That's pretty good news. Not a spot where we want to play a huge pot, but there's a ton of missed draws. Granted, we block some of them, right, with our hand. But we got to expect top pairs good often. They block bet, we call, and we beat 8-4. Okay. Going for the block bluff there on the river. So here is the Grand Prix Summer Opener we got going on here in green. Day 2 is tomorrow. Grant Wheeler dropping the 34-month resub. Good luck today, Jamie. Would love to see you stream more often these days. Cheers, man. I feel you. Just got to find some stuff to stream, you know? Got to find some stuff to stream. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, man, I'd love to stream, you know, things that aren't like the grind, but it's just midsummer, man, you know? It's midsummer, like Euros are on. There's just not a lot of online poker action going on right now. It will pick up in September, of course, you know. We'll have some big series, and I know, I mean, I don't have anything to announce, but I know we have an exciting tournament coming up at Party Poker pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, barrel on the deuce. What are you lying for, huh? Jackson 2s with a king kicker. They double barrel. Oh, Mariah. I don't believe you, Mariah, but I need to get ace high in a fold, so I'm going to raise. I can't just call because they might be bluffing with ace high, even though it would be a dumb bluff. Coming home. What's up, James Media? Or Melia? I hope so. It's looking decent. That was a decent first half, but who knows what'll happen. We fold, obviously. Against a full house. Half time, Jamie. That's it, James. Half time, brother. We're on a delay, so obviously you see me 4 minutes ago, but yeah. Very intense. Auto O. Raise it up to $5,000. We've got ace-2 suited here. Controversial play, but we're going to go for the 3-bet call. Obviously, we're hoping they fold here, right? This is a 3-bet bluff. But if they decide that they're going to go all in, we can't fold. We're priced in at that point. So, yeah. And we have gotten caught. We're up against kings. We have 32%. Why not us, dude? Why not us? Just a deuce or an ace? Barry? Okay. Could better check a 9 here. I think king 9 we more want to bet than check. I'd say. We win. They'll know at halftime. Spain looking strong, but when England gets in Spain's half, they're looking dangerous. Not as often as I would like. Yeah. I don't know. Like, who would you guys give that half to? I would give it to England barely. In terms of, you know, if soccer football was scored like boxing, I would give it like just a tiny edge to England maybe. But I definitely could be biased. Definitely could be biased with that assessment. So curious what you guys think. Scores are 0-0. At halftime. 0-0. I guess we could limp 10-6 if it folds to us, actually, but unlikely in the first place. Jack 8, we're going to c-bet here after raising on the button. Pretty bad card. Queen or 10 would have been good to pick up equity, or 8 or jack, obviously. 4 is a card they're more likely to have than us. So not ideal. We play the board. We might chop sometimes against queen, jack, queen 10, jack 10, but those hands are mostly going to bluff on this river, and we can't call. So All right, break time. You're watching Pokerstaples on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm just going to grab a drink and see you all for the second half of the Euros final and more poker. Stay with me. Gets the knockout. It's official, fam. Final table hype of the 215 millions online 8 max PKO. Coming to the final table 8 of 9. We're chilling. We have a nice 175 in bounty so far, 296 cash. First place is going to be around 3K when you add the bounties in, anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 ish. Do we want a 3-bet call or do we want to jam? I think 3-bet call is the way. So let's do that. But we're obviously willing to risk it here with this hand on 20 blinds. Okay. We're all in against A7. Good spot. 840,000 in the middle. Boom. Flop at the set of jacks. Let's go. 840,000, baby. And we're now in this thing. Maybe we should bluff Queen 10. And we don't beat that much at showdown. Yeah, okay. We cover both opponents for a bounty here. Flop is deuce 3-8. This 168 bounty is nice. Not that it's super likely, but I think we want to bet. Of all the overpairs, 9s and 10s and jacks benefit from the most from protection, right? Aces, kings, queens care less because there's less overcards. So we probably want to bet 9s. It gets a little weird in this spot when it's call flop, turns a jack. You know, what are we still going for the triple barrel, trying to get it? We check calling the turn, you know. What are we doing? We are down to 8 remaining now. Raise, we call it. King 8 suited. Pretty good hand, right? Like, we do defend in the big blind a lot tighter on final tables than we would typically, but not this tight. Like, we're in there with King 8. But at 54,000, we're going to call. Let's get an 8 on the turn. Bam. Let's get a check from King Queen. Check King Queen. Fold. This is our moment, dude. This is it. This is the one. Probably last hand before break. Come on now. Someone pick up something here. Ideally passy as well so we can get a bounty. Yeah, nice. They shove. Basically shove. Right. And we're going to go all in. Against 10s. Good start. 1.5 million in the middle. Hold it. Come on, chat. Let's go. We are second place in the tournament, able to get every bounty but one. King Jack, 10-8, all in here. 10-8 has got juicy boot, but I think covers the King Jack. Yeah, it does. So the 125 bounty's gone, okay. But, you know, it's been an okay day. And kind of a warm-up for the big day on Sunday and Monday, you know. So it's been a fun stream tonight. This is not a terrible flop, but it's not the flop we want either. Check so us will check. King, queen, damn. Inducing that bluff on the end, so sick. Kings against 8s. We've lost another player. The 193 bounty is gone. And we're down to 6. Haven't got our bounty spots. All right, King Jack, interesting. If it folds to the button, they jam, we call, but it doesn't happen. Passy opens to 70,000. If Mattias jams here, it's an interesting spot because it's 5.5 stacks, but for 9 bounties. So we need 7% less equity than normal. But they fold, which is chill. How do we want to play this? I think call. You could also, by the way, shoving is just an option here. Like just boom, ship it. But I think call is better. This hand plays fairly well post-flop, so we can just chill and play it for a call. If their bounty is bigger, we probably do want to bring that jam into play, especially when the shorter stacks they're raising into have folded, so that bounty incentive is gone for them, which is, you know, going to change their calling frequency. But King Jack's a good hand, so check, King in the river. We are going to block. They're just going to bet ace-x on the turn so frequently, right? Check, actually, though. Check. Complete spades, complete some straights. We block both those with the jack, but it is tough to get called by worse. Jack 10. It's tough to find a call from Jack 10. Maybe King X, though. Cash game is just like try and pick up chips, you know? Like, that's it. It's just $1 equals $1. And so if you think you're the best player, then cover. Here we go. Huge pot. 450 bounty in play. Massive, massive pot. Queen on the flop. Oh, it's for a lot of cash, man. Because the thing is that 450 on the other side gets added onto her head. And at this point, with 5 left, we're going to win some of that too, right? So that is sick. We are up to 628 in bounties, 525 cash. We're down to 5. And we've got big bounties. Dottie. Do you want to jam 2 Broadways? First impression is yes. Especially, yeah. I mean, their bounty is not a big deal, but they want a ladder. Well, maybe Queen 10 is a pip too weak, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to flatten.
Back in action. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm going to mute the desktop audio so I can watch the second half of Euros, and let's go. Viva Espana. Good luck, England, but love and respect to you, my friend. This is Party Poker, man. Party Poker. And here comes the second half. Good luck. Woo! Stress. We're going to find out in the next hour. Here we go. Raising a 3-bet, we're going to fold King 3. Oof. Oh, this is a... Oh. Damn. Oh, bums, bro. Sucks. Well, the match is not over. It's just not. Oof. Some space here as well. Oh. I'm gonna jam here in the 33. Could play it differently too. Could flat. Could 3-bet call. I think Spain looked better in possession, but in the defense and attack, I gave it to England. Really solid defense. The Spain def has looked lacking. I haven't got through enough to make it count, in my opinion. And that's from a couple minutes ago. There it is. Hello, Gray Street. We have ran pretty bad in a lot of the big stuff. We don't have much left, but watching the Euros, also my hopeful team of England is down 1-0 at the moment, so not the best day results-wise, but having a great day otherwise. How about yourself, man? How are things? Small enough to peel, I guess, but... Good jam here. I'm going to flat, though. Problem with King Jack is we fold out King 10 and then we get called by King Queen, so it's like right in the middle as a hand. So we're gonna play it as a call. There's very few hands that want to call in the small blind on this many chips, but. What are your opinions on Club GG Poker, if any? I'm a Party Poker pro, so I want people to play on Party Poker as much as possible. In terms of like private clubs and app games and stuff, I think you just have to be sure about game integrity stuff, You just got to make sure that you trust the people you're playing with. So yeah. King Jack, we chop it up. Okay, how about the queens here? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has them. We are signed with Party Poker, so really suggest you sign up to Party Poker and play there. Yeah, let's go. Exactly, man. My university literature 1000, or I think it was writing 1000 professor, he used armpits. He's like, opinions are like armpits. Everyone's got a few. Which the butthole works as well, man. I'm not sure which I prefer. It's true. Good morning from Perth. What's up, Luke? Rise and grind. Good luck, my brother. Thanks, man. Queens against Jacks. 233,000. And check here. Control the size of the pot. Yo, Donker Killer on the final table. Let's go. 6 out of 9. 26 blinds, average 42. You got plenty there, brother. Best of luck. Hope you win it. Oh, God. God, Bellingham is great, man. He's really good at football. Fold here. Oh. This is a pretty good flop. Pretty good flop here with the Jack 10 of hearts. I hope they have Ace 5 with the Ace of hearts. Stress. Gray Street. To be honest with you, Gray Street, no comment. No comment. One of those if you know things. Fives. I think we rejam here. 10 players make it through, yeah. But I mean, you basically play your way into the money, right? So we are in the money bubble, but we also want to take our stack through, and double stack is very whatever, I'd say so. We'll have lots more chances to play through in the 55 here. We'll go for a jam. Fives against ace 8. No. No. Rip. Yeah, Trev Run. I'm not the right guy to ask for the legal situation in the U.S., like state by state. It's different on each state's. I don't think Party Poker's in West Virginia. I don't think. Call with 8. Start with a check. Yeah, 3-bet pot, man, and the overbet shoved the turn. UPS guy wants a short ASMR message. All right, what is it, man? What's your request? Big cross here from Foden. Beautiful. Oh, come on, Bellingham! That was it! Oh my god, man. Cheers, Donker Killer. Yeah, man. I mean, you're in a great spot. I hope you win the whole thing. Wow. That's a really big bet. Okay, full, I guess. Yeah, for sure, Gray Street. Yeah, if you remove who it is, it's great to have representation in poker. It's a great thing. So that's great. Oh no. Oh man, this match. I really want England to come back. Come on. Go to the overbet. Spain needs to win, says Ekis Gaming. Okay. Do you do any sports betting? Not really, no. No, I'd bet against friends way back in the day just for little bits of money, but nothing actually serious about. ASMR message about the Foxen thing. Lol. Sometimes in poker, there's things that happen that are shady. And sometimes you know about them, but you can't say anything about them because you don't have any proof and you can't needlessly slander people. But you definitely don't root for people that do things that you think are unfair. Whoosh. Come on, Bellingham! It's 1-1, baby. It's 1-1. Bellingham Palmer, let's go! That's so sick, man. Ooh, ace-10 is really on the edge here. I'm going to shove. Should be able to get called wide enough in a bounty as well, to be fair, so. We do deserve it. England does deserve the goal here. I mean, they're playing fine. Wow, there's some room here as well. Oh. Stress. Should have bet there probably. Was not focused. Let's throw it a check raise just because I made an error by checking. And it worked. Great. Do we check raise with ace jack here? Probably, especially given the small sizing here. It looks blockish. Ooh, ace four, not ideal. GG in the grand. Come on, man. We can re-enter, I will. But if England loses this match, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be pretty sad. So it's just kind of, if England loses, stream's over. I don't know. It's just the way it's going to be. Oof. Oh, we're dropping frames right now. Why are you dropping frames? Don't be dropping frames, bro. Overcall here. It does take a nick, yeah. Fast play here. It gets a bunch of flush draws, some flop straights, some two pairs, some lower sets, and we win. Which is beautiful. 235. Oof. Oh, man. It's 1-1 tie in the soccer at the moment. Gonna bet against the big blind here. I think it's fine. We'll have plenty of junk. And big bet here on the turn. We're gonna have ace king. We're gonna have two pairs. We're gonna have sets. We're gonna have a bunch. When they continue in the flop, they'll have some ace highs. They'll have some queen x, some 10x, some 3x. It's gonna be really tough to continue with like 10-7, right? When you see a big bet here, but they jam and we obviously fold. Any USA vacations planned coming up? Nothing planned at the moment. Rebecca and I have talked about going to New York. Talked about going to like the Northeast as well. Vermont or Maine or something like that. But nothing planned yet. We are going for 3 days next week to a cabin near here. Just for a couple days. And then we'll come back for the Sunday stream. So that should be fun. Yeah. There's actually a classical music festival going on, and there's 2 concerts, one on Friday, one on Saturday. So we have tickets to both of those, and at this cool sort of cabin. It's got a hot tub. It's got like a stream river in the front of it that you can swim in. So it should be a relaxing few days to just recharge midsummer, you know? But other than that, nothing planned. Close between opening and not, but we'll open. That's true. I think we jam. This is a big bounty, 2.5 bounties, and we're 11 blinds deep here. So I think it's a shove with any two against this bounty. Any two cards. Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, I think that's getting called back, man. I think it's getting called back. I think this is going to be offside. It's really close, but it looks offside to me. No, I'm playing on every table, Shimon. I just have 2 tables here, right? So I switch between tables on my stream. You're just seeing like one table of what's on my screen. All right. It's not offside. If you ever come to NYC area, would love to meet up. Dinner on me. Cheers, man. Man, I'd really love to go and check it out. Really would. God. Oh, that's it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that's onside for sure, yeah. Oh, Spain win, it looks like it, man. I am Canadian, yeah. Shimon, Kribus. That's a wrap, chat. Listen, thank you all so much for watching today. I appreciate you. We got 2 tables left here. Both of these have day 2 tomorrow, so if we make day 2, I'll obviously be streaming it. Appreciate you all. Gutted for England. Much love, everyone. Thank you so much. Till next time, we'll see you later. Goodbye.